and first in a touch bit more aloe. I know I want to make sure I don't get fired by the lawyers, but I'm going to take it a little bit more because remember, I've been traveling a lot. I need to rehydrate, and aloe helps me a lot. So, global nutrition philosophy. This is very simple. The Prez team know this, the chairmans know this, you guys know this very well. But for the newer folks in the room, this is when you get to sit with your family and friends, and they're like, oh, you joined Herbalife. I heard it was this company, or I heard that, or I think it's high protein, right? And you're like, no. You can dispel a lot of the myths and tell the truths about Herbalife nutrition with our global nutrition philosophy. You don't have to memorize it. It's in the product catalog. Simply share it with other people. Show them we have a conservative nutrition recommendation. 30% protein, 30% carbohydrate. We're going to talk about fiber in a second. Healthy fats. 40% carbohydrate, 30% healthy fats. Phytonutrients, sleep, exercise, rest. All these things are relatively conservative. So when someone says, oh, Herbalife, I heard that's only for weight loss and it's a high protein diet, and is it bad for the kidneys? No, it's not a high protein diet. It's actually very conservative, 30%. Half of our protein we recommend from plants, like soy, quinoa, rice, pea protein. Is it bad for the kidneys? No, I'm gonna show you some slides about products that are suitable for diabetics. You're going to see that a little later in the presentation. So I want you to think about how you can not only dispel the myths, but help talk to new people when they're a little bit confused about Herbalife, okay? All right, now let's get into it. Now, first and foremost, where's Eddie and Yaneli? Are they in here? Eddie? There we go. All right, so Eddie and I got to tell a story. We were in Montreal. The beauty of our partnerships, we get to travel together, and I love working with you guys. And when you guys move your way up, and you get to Get Team, and then you get to Mill Team, and then you get to Prez Team, the company often wants you to train in other countries so that distributors in other countries can learn what you did in this country, in your city. So Eddie and Yaneli and I, we all went to Montreal, Canada together. And I gotta say, when the corporation asks you to train, we kind of squeeze you like an orange. We get the juice out of you because they did a bunch of trainings, and I got to watch them train. Phenomenal leaders, phenomenal training, incredible. We got to have dinner. Learned about their families. Big shout out to the new parents. Baby Cairo is in the house. Not in the house, but at home. But I was watching them train, and I was like, and I had this old, crusty old suit on because, the doctors, we have to wear crusty old suits, like, with pants, and they weren't pleated, and I was watching these guys, and I was watching Eddie and and they had their fitted stuff on, and they were all, they're all fit, and then I was watching the other trainers in Montreal, and I was like, man, the innovation of our distributors, when I watch you guys train, I think I can do that. I'm working out. I'm gonna put on some fitted pants and some tennis shoes, but I'm still the doctor, so I got to put a tie on, okay? So it's business up top, but a little bit of Herbalife innovation casual at the bottom, right? So I'm just mix it up. So thanks to you guys. But that's the beauty of what you guys do. I'm joking, but you lead. You tell us what you're doing. You created nutrition clubs. You created the 21-day challenge. You created all these innovative things, and the corporation we just follow. So you are directing the ship. Okay? This is the most important thing I want to tell you about. This company is almost $6 billion strong. Huge. $6 billion. But I can't think of other $6 billion companies where a person who recently joined in the back of the room helps to direct where the ship's going. Think about it. You guys own the company, and that's why I say we work for you. We support you, okay? So think about the power that you yield in Herbalife Nutrition, all right? Let's get into some products, guys. All right, so let's have some fun. Now, the first thing, big shout out, I don't think they're here, but there's some Prez team who taught me so much, who are actually from the local area, New Jersey, Philly. When I first joined on, there was a big East Coast connection, and some of them are out in West Coast now. Michael and Debbie Katz, I talked about them last week. Yeah, Meg Lyle and her family, she taught me a bunch of stuff. Mark Matika, you guys know the Matika crew? All right. And I talked, I was with John Tartle last week. I was talking about Russell Gain, who is based in Florida and spent a lot of time in Europe. Stefan Graziani, you guys know Stefan? My point, of course, Leslie Stanford. My point is that back in 2005, I didn't know how to take the products. So the concept of cellular nutrition was taught to me by you guys. And this is the concept right here. This is what makes our company so unique. Nobody was doing this in 1980, 1990, 2000. That's why Mark Hughes was such a genius. Didn't go to school, didn't finish high school. But he and the original doctors, David Katzen and some of the team members, they came up with a concept that nobody was doing, cellular nutrition. And here's what it means. Take a look. Formula 1, 2, 3. This is why every single person in this room, you got to be on Formula 1, 2, and 3. You got to get all your customers on Formula 1, 2, and 3. Why? Formula 1 provides the big nutrients, the macros, those are the protein, carbohydrates, your fiber, okay? Some healthy fats. Formula 1, that's what we have every day. By the way, put on your business hat, 30% of your volume points come from one product, Formula 1, 30%. If you guys are new and you don't know what to talk to your family and friends about, start with Formula 1. You could sell this product with a blindfold on, your hands tied behind your back. You're very good at selling Formula 1 shakes, okay? So think of the power that you have. Formula 2, it's a multivitamin. These are called the micros. I call them the micronutrients. And you don't need a lot of them, but you need a little. That's why they call them micro. Vitamin A, vitamin B complement, vitamin C, D, E, trace minerals and elements like magnesium and tiny bit of iron. We put all that in Formula 2. We sprinkle a little bit in Formula 1, but it's Formula 1, Formula 2, micro and macro. And here's the genius of Mark Hughes, you guys. When he started the company in 1980, no one was talking about plant-based nutrients, phyto. Phytonutrients means herbs, botanicals. If you talk to, how many of you guys have family members who were not born in this country? My dad was not born in this country. Okay, so we move out to a lot of other countries. Botanicals are normal to eat herbs and different spices, okay, depending on your culture. But in America in 1980, nobody was doing that except Mark Hughes. He was the first person to say, let's take these prepared shakes and tablets and we'll sprinkle some plant nutrients, phytonutrients, okay? So Formula 1, 2, 3 covers your macro, micro, and phyto. And here's the crucial thing with cellular nutrition. What we believe, we call it cellular science, and I saw the wonderful training going on earlier. When you take your Formula 3 with your Formula 2 and your Formula 1, it not only increases the absorption of the products that you're eating. If you go out and have a chicken sandwich later on dinner, it also increases the absorption, we believe, of all that good stuff. How many of you guys noticed a month on the products, your fingernails were growing faster? You notice this? You know what I'm talking about? Or your hair, you gotta, folks gotta shave a little more. You're like, wow, what's going on? That's cellular nutrition. You're absorbing the nutrients, and people realize it pretty quickly, okay? So, understand the power. Now, we're gonna go through a bunch of products in like 30 minutes, you guys, and I'm gonna do it real easy. The first bucket is gonna be the blue bucket, protein and fiber. This is where a lot of your volume is. I told you Formula 1, 30%. So I want you to pay attention to this first bucket, the blue. Then we're gonna move into the yellow bucket, keep it nice and easy. Vitamins and minerals, okay? Some of those phytonutrients. A lot of volume in there. Your targeted products like your tablets, capsules. Then we're gonna do a whole dedicated area space just to the purple bucket, which is sports and hydration, okay? So let's move through them. Now, we're talking combinations, remember that. So let's get into these three groups. Here are all the products we're gonna discuss for the protein and the fiber, different products, okay? We're gonna combine different types of them, all right? So let's get into it. The first thing we wanna combine, we wanna talk about is Formula 1. Now, we make claims, a lot of you talk about when you do your testimonials or when you're doing a presentation, you may get your product catalog and you go through the product benefits. We call it the features and benefits, right? It's very straightforward. But think about what Formula One does. Now, you can't say, drink Formula One, you're going to fly. Drink Formula One, it cures diabetes. Drink Formula One. We can't make certain ridiculous claims. We know that. But what we can say is when you drink Formula One, you support your lean muscle mass. I saw the pictures of Alan and Fabi, and I was like, okay, beautiful bikini shots, right? Everyone looks beautiful in Herbalife. The before and after is very powerful. And think about what feeds all that lean muscle in the pre and post pictures. That's protein, you guys, in Formula One. And of course, protein drink mix and PPP. But that protein has a purpose. Your body needs protein every single day. If you're not eating it, you will not survive, and you will certainly not thrive. The government minimum is like 50 to 60 grams, but we are not at the government minimum in Herbalife. We believe you need more, 75 to 100 grams. If you're working out, even more. So, Formula One, most of us combine it with protein drink mix, put those together. Not only does it help support your lean muscle mass, it also keeps you satisfied. And this is why when you give somebody a shake, 7 in the morning, 2 to 3 hours, they feel full, right? That's the beauty of what we call satiety, a claim that you can make. And it's really important because folks are not going to be grabbing for chips and coffees at, these various coffee houses and sweets. All right. But think about the power of things you can add like Prolessa, which we just had on the slide, right? Who likes Prolessa? You guys like it? Powerful product. If you haven't tried Prolessa, make sure you incorporate it into your regimen and with your customers. Because remember, today's homework assignment is if you're not taking one of these products, I'd like you to just start taking one new product. And your second homework assignment, I'd like you to call your customers on Monday or write them or Instagram them and get them started on one new product. That's your homework assignment, okay? We're all taking one new product, and your customers are gonna be taking one new product. And they can be the same product, right? Get passionate about a product. Diana was joking about Herbalife line. Herbalife line is like, that's my jam. I love fish oil. I give it to my kids, my wife, and I'm crazy about it because I'm passionate about the science behind it. So get passionate about something, okay? And then you share it with everybody. All right, I think you guys got the idea. Formula One, protein drink mix, and Prolessa. Boom, we've just knocked out 3 products. Now, I want to tell a quick story. When I was in New York, how many guys live New York, New Jersey, tri-state area? Okay, tri-state area in the house. So when I was in school in New York for 4 years, I lived on 98th and Madison, right across from Mount Sinai. And I'm a California kid. I didn't have a winter coat. I didn't own boots. I didn't know anything about snow. I was so stupid. I went out there in 1995. I'm dating myself now. 1995, it was the worst winter storm in 70 years. And I didn't have a winter coat and boots, but I remember I was like, oh, because the snow in California isn't that cold, right? So I'd be walking to class, 7 in the morning, and you guys know they got these little, I call them kiosks, all around New York, New Jersey. You can get coffee and a donut or coffee and a bagel right on the sidewalk. Dude pulls up his little cart, and he's inside the cart with the glass where he's warm, right? And there's a line of students and doctors standing outside, and everyone's getting hot coffee, bunch of cream and sugar, 2 donuts. Or they give those bagels, you guys know in New York City, those bagels with that slab of cream cheese like that. You're like, is that real cream cheese? Okay. Hey, I was doing that too in the morning. And what are you doing? You're piling in the sugar, the donuts, the coffee. That's unhealthy because what happens, your blood sugar shoots up and people get tired around 7, 8, 9 in the morning, all right? And you know this with your clients because they're gonna go and get some more sugar and more caffeine. So take a look at this. We know coffee and donuts and different sweets, but look what we can do with our protein baked goods mix. We can make healthy donuts, we can make healthy muffins, we can make waffles, scones, pancakes, right? And if you want some coffee, you can do high protein iced coffee if you're cool with something cool, with something cold, or you can have a nice hot tea and you can blend it with whatever you like as a pick-me-up. What's the key? When you make our products, instead of the 1,000 calories of sugar, fats, and salts that I got on the streets on 98th and Madison, now I'm getting 20 to 30 grams of protein, all right? I'm getting very little sugar. I'm getting the right amount of caffeine. I feel terrific, energy for 3 hours and no crash. So what can you tell your customers when you're asking them? You don't have to go into this whole story in this talk, but you can simply ask them, you get tired around 9:30 in the morning, you need to get that cup of coffee? And they're like, yeah. How did you know? Because they load up on sugar and they always crash between 9 and 10. Now with Herbalife, we have that sustained energy for 3 hours because we're using the protein and different things, right? So take a look, high protein iced coffee as a great blend with your protein baked good mix. And of course we make that with Formula One to really beef it up with some protein. Okay, so personalized protein powder, protein and fiber. So this is really important because we're going to talk about diabetics a little bit later. But when you consider using your shake and your personalized protein powder, anybody use PPP or PPP in their shake? You do? Okay. Who uses protein drink mix and PPP? Okay, protein drink mix folks only? Okay, I'm on the protein drink mix program, mostly, but sometimes I'll blend in PPP, right? Or PPP, as I said. I know in Spanish it doesn't translate right. So that's gonna give you the right amount of protein. And remember, you need protein, service the lean muscle mass, support that. Keeps your blood sugar nice and smooth. You don't get the drop that some customers get before they're on Herbalife. And they feel great, correct? So think about how you can mix in Active Fiber Complex. And the reason why I love Active Fiber Complex is it's delicious. It's a blend of 2 different fibers. And I always joke about fiber. You guys have heard my fiber talk a lot of times. And I used to say there's nothing sexy about fiber. And I'm like, you know what, it's a family show. I don't want to say sexy anymore. But I was back there, backstage when Alan and Fabi were showing their photos, their beautiful beach photos, poolside, and I was like, oh, that's fire, because that's what you young kids say, right? That's a fire emoji. Ah, it's hot, fire. Okay, so I'm not gonna say sex, I'm like, that's fire. So you know when you show your Instagram photos on Facebook or on Instagram or TikTok, when you do your pre and post, the results of Herbalife, boom, fire emoji. Or 2 or 3 or 5 of them, right? But when people are talking about the effects of fiber, because nobody wants to talk about the effects of fiber with your customer. No one wants to talk about like going to the bathroom and regularity and stuff like that. And I always say there's nothing, that's not fire, that's not hot, right? That's not exciting, but it's essential. So I want to show you some of the digestive health products. We'll probably get into those in just a bit after the snacks. That may not be fire, but you gotta talk to your customers about them, okay? Now, so we'll get to that in a second. Think about protein snacks. The thing that makes us unique, you guys, is the fact that we have different types of protein that you can have throughout the day. So you get your shake in the morning. I usually have a couple shakes. Then I'll have a third one in the afternoon that I call a snack. So I do at least 3 shakes a day, sometimes 4. But for the lawyers in the room, backstage, the way I train is I will have 2 shakes. I'm trying to gain muscle weight, and I'll have 2 snacks, okay? A shake can be a snack, and there's no issues with having, you're not gonna get too many nutrients. There's nothing toxic about it, all right? Now, I like to load up, but get into your comfort zone. If you just wanna have 1 or 2 shakes, that's fine, all right? And I know, it's a lot of volume if you got a customer on that, so it's good. But think about snacks, the roasted soy nuts, the deluxe bars, which are my favorite, the protein deluxe bars. Whether you want to do something savory or something sweet, we've got different types of snacks that can help you. High protein iced coffee, 15 grams. So think about how you can incorporate these, we call them day parts. Because here's a secret for some of the new people. When you become a supervisor, or a get team, mill team, you start moving up, you guys are thinking sales, you put your sales cap on. Most of your business, if we looked at your volume, it's probably generated in the morning before 12 noon. But think about all the volume that we're not generating, that you can generate in the afternoon. And what we want to do is start talking about evening, before sleep, preparation for rest, all that. There's a lot of volume that we're leaving on the table, right? So most of our volume is morning time, shakes and teas and aloe and tablets, and then people spread them throughout the day. That's where your protein snacks are very beneficial. I know when I fly back to LA tomorrow, I'm gonna have about 4 protein bars on the flight. I don't eat too much on the plane, but I go through at least four protein bars, okay? Because I'm snacking all the time, all right? Okay, so Active Fiber Complex, Aloe, Simply Probiotic. These are the digestive health products. I know, no fire emoji, nothing sexy about these. But here's the thing, you guys. If I take anyone outside of this room, in this hotel right now, I guarantee you, the government recommendation for fiber is about 30 grams. I know we're getting our 30 grams, 25 to 30. If you go outside in the casino, most of the people who are not in Herbalife are probably having about 12 to 14 grams of fiber. They are deficient. What does that mean? When you start doing a wellness evaluation, they're gonna talk about, ooh, I got issues. Now, when you have a new customer, you don't have to go right to them, hey, I'm an Herbalife distributor, do you have diarrhea? You got diarrhea? Don't open with that. That's not a good way to start your business, okay? What I usually do as a physician, because patients don't like to talk about it, I usually say, hey, do you have any digestive issues up here or down below? It's an easy way to kind of step into it, because up top is reflux, where they have acid reflux. And I know all day long, people do very well with aloe. Down low, if they have constipation, gas, all those issues, they're not regular in the bathroom, aloe is going to help. Of course, Active Fiber Complex. Simply Probiotic is the healthy bacteria. Yeah, you guys like Simply Probiotic, right? That's replacing that essential bacteria that you need in the body, right? So think about how you can help somebody. And when you do, when you get them up to about 30 grams of fiber, they feel amazing. And what happens? They call you and they can't stop talking about going poop. They're like, man, I'm pooping every day. I'm pooping regularly. I feel great. I'm just going to the bathroom. I feel great. They didn't want to talk about it before, and now they want to tell all their family and friends. Because when you're pooping normally, you want to tell folks you feel great, right? It's true. It's a big testimonial. I know. Yes. And we have our balancing program, our 21-day. We have a lot of other products, but I'm talking about the ones that you guys will most likely incorporate into your business with your customers, okay? So think about fiber, think about aloe. Okay, you guys, we finished the big volume group, the protein, the fiber, and how you can blend those products with Formula One, with protein drink mix, Prolessa, Shake Tea, Aloe, clearly. Formula 1, 2, 3, they always start. That's your base, right? Cellular nutrition, that's our legacy. It's what Mark Hughes started the company on. So we finished the blue category. Now we want to get into the yellow category, all right? I want to talk to you guys about the micronutrients. These are essential, and you guys, we currently have 8 billion people on the planet. 8 billion. I got 2 kids. I know a lot of people are having kids, and we're probably going to go to about 10 billion people. And that's great. I love more people, bring more people into the party, more folks, people at Herbalife, right? But it's straining the resources in terms of nutrition. There's not unlimited magnesium on the planet. It's hard to get enough magnesium and vitamin D from the soil. So Herbalife is going to be very valuable in the next 10, 20, 30 years, feeding a growing planet. And this is why Dr. Aguinobi talks about sustainability. Because not only do we have these great plant proteins, we have essential vitamins and minerals that you're not going to find in a hot dog, hamburger, cheesecake, desserts. It's simply not. And that's how most of America is eating. Processed food, fast food. Last week I was joking, I was right outside Disneyland, and I said, you guys, I love Disneyland, great company, keep the lawyers happy, we love Disneyland. But if I went into Disneyland with my family, which I did back in May, and we, sample a little of this, a little of that, there's not a lot of nutrition. That's okay, that's not their job. Our job is to provide people with vitamins, minerals, and trace elements that they're not gonna get in a lot of the fast food. This is the power of what Mark Hughes started. We got stuff that tastes delicious, it's quick, it's easy, but it's packed with nutrients. That's why your fingernails and your hair is growing faster and your skin feels good and you're going to the bathroom because you're getting the nutrients that you were not getting in the food that you ate before, okay? So feel good, feel proud, share that information. Here are the products. Let's get into it, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna start with immune defense products. Now, we already talked about, you guys like these products? Cool, okay, I like it. Now, I did a big shout out last week, again, to Michael, Debbie Katz, Mark Matika, the Lyle family. I was talking about them because when I first came to the company, I'll never forget, when I first got my products, I was at corporate and I was with distributors and I was a new employee and they poured a bunch of Shazandra and RoseGuard. It was called Rosox at the time. Some of the folks who've been a number of years, remember Rosox, they poured it in my hand and they're like, this is what you need to take. You're gonna be traveling around, you need your immunity health products before you get on an airplane, on a train, crowded areas. Before events, just take these every day. So I'll never forget being schooled on Shazandra and RoseGuard, formerly Rosox. I take those. Those are part of my traditional, okay? So I'd like for you guys to think about taking those every day. Those are kind of the traditional. But now we have other immune boosters that are amazing, right? Immunity Essentials, which is, you guys take that? Phenomenal product. This is an incredible product because it's gonna help feed and support the human microbiome in your intestine, which determines your immune health. It is interesting, when I joined the company as a doctor, I know that adults get sick 2 times a year and kids get sick 4 times a year. That's what I did in my clinical practice. And they told me, the distributors, the press team, they said, you're gonna see, you're not gonna get sick. You're probably not gonna get sick. We'll just take the products, live a healthy, active life, get some good rest, exercise. And sure enough, it was amazing. Traveling around the world, and I realized a lot of the immune support that I get with a healthy, balanced diet and my exercise and sleep keeps me from getting sick. And of course now, same thing with my kids. My wife and I were just talking about that. Like, yeah, you know, we've been through COVID and, you know, we're doing masks and stuff, but we still play with the kids' cousins, a bunch of cousins. My wife is Mexican-American. We got a whole bunch of cousins in the family. You know, some with masks, some without. Kids are breathing on each other, and our kids just never get sick. And I'm like, it's the products. It's the products, just like the Pres team taught me 16 years ago. Yeah, it's true. Very powerful. And of course, lifestyle. We get to bed at the right time. We put our kids down at 8:30. Okay, they get 10 hours of sleep. We wake up bright and early. They like to work out with me in the gym in our little garage. So the healthy, active lifestyle, balanced nutrition, and think about the immunity essentials. So let's talk about Best Defense. The one thing I'll mention before we go to the next slide, Best Defense is incredible. I like to pop this before I jump on the flight. You guys don't have to take it every day. It's got zinc, it's got vitamin C, it's got echinacea, traditionally used for immune support. But all these other products, I like using them every day. That's what the Pres team taught me. So I'm like, hey, I learned from them 2005, so I take those products every day. But make sure you're on a consistent program. Best Defense, I think of it as when needed, it gives you that nice boost. So when I get on my flight tomorrow, I'm gonna be on a 6-hour flight back to LA, I'll pop some Best Defense, maybe have another one on the plane, right? So think about how you can kind of, level up and get your immune system really strong. Okay, another nice little boost that you can do is aloe and beverage. Does everyone have the beverage drink mix? I love this product. When I first had this product, I was in Mexico and they served it to me and they called it protein punch. And they did a wild berry and a peach mango together. And it's the first time I ever had a punch, a sweet tasting punch with no sugar, 30 grams of protein. Think about that, you guys. Where can you find a punch that's delicious that you get so much protein? 15 grams per packet, right? Sachet. So I love this. Of course, we were using the sachets back then in Mexico. But we've got this wonderful opportunity to make what I call protein punch. I serve it to my family. My kids like it because the sweet taste. And you can power up the partnership, the blend with your aloe. So think about how you can combine. But this is a product that may not do huge volume that you guys can take off the shelf and get to your customers, okay? Because think about how you want to spread the protein. Okay, how about Herbalife Skin? Who likes the skin products? good? Love these. Okay, guys, I was joking last week. If Herbalife was making records, the Collagen Beauty Booster would be a hit record. It's a hit record, you guys. I didn't think it was gonna be. We launched it with Laura Chacon Garbado as our skincare trainer. We love Laura, and she's been around the world. We have this in 17 countries, but we do really well selling this product here in the US. I hope you guys are on this product. I hope you like it, right? It's a hit record, for sure. We just launched the Lyco Glow. So if you're not taking Lyco Glow, think about the partnership. You know how good the Collagen Beauty Booster tastes. Factor in the Lyco Glow. You can make specific claims with both these products about the fine lines, wrinkles, the glow, the luminosity. You can even talk about the appearance of cellulite, the reduction, the improvement in the appearance of cellulite. Do you guys know that? You can talk about that with the Collagen Beauty Booster product. It's powerful. Look at these amazing claims, use the product, and remember, it has nutrients, not like the food that I found outside outside of the hotel on the boardwalk. Not a lot of nutrients. In Herbalife, we have nutrients in all of our products, okay? All right, we're gonna keep it moving. All right, and Herbal Aloe and in Ritual. I love this combination. How many of you guys have kids? We got a lot of kids. Okay, I love that. And it's okay if you don't, no problem. Believe me, I used to think, oh man, I wonder how it is not having kids. I'm like, oh man, it must be great not having kids. You guys get to sleep. It's incredible, but such a blessing. And we love to take our kids outside. I got an 8-year-old and a 6.5-year-old, and we love going outside. They're at volleyball practice right now in LA, little volleyball tournament. So my wife, boom, she puts the SPF, Herbal Aloe, Bath and Body, SPF 30, they look, they're all covered. But you know what's cool about our SPF 30? Have you guys used other SPF before Herbalife? It's like putting on like icing from a cake. It doesn't really dissolve into the skin. You're like, what is this? Terrible. Our SPF is amazing. I would argue the best I have ever seen in the marketplace ever. Fantastic protection, smells great, amazing texture. But think about the Enritual that you can blend in there with it, okay? Enritual has these amazing botanicals, different oils. Yeah, you like Enritual, love it. Argan oils, squalene, got all these cool exotic oils that are plant-based and that help nurture the skin. Okay, so think about the combinations that you guys have in Ritual and your face and body. Okay, yeah, 24 time. We covered the blue bucket, done, check. We covered the yellow bucket, done, check. In the next 8 minutes before we finish, we're gonna go through all the Herbalife 24 hydration products, okay? So I'm gonna get into it, and then we're gonna finish with this, but think about the power, you guys. When I joined the company in 2005, we had no sports. We had no Samantha Clayton, no Dana Ryan. We didn't have David Beckham. We didn't have Cristiano Ronaldo. Nobody. And you guys said, hey, why don't we sponsor sports events? You guys said, why don't we go after professional athletes? You guys said, why don't we have sports products? We didn't have it, zero volume. You guys, Gatorade, $5 to $6 billion company. Red Bull, $5 to $6 billion company. Herbalife, we had no volume. We are currently on track. We're doing about $500 million in sports right now. We just started. Yeah, that's you guys. That's globally, okay? But think about that. We're a weight loss company traditionally that served all these amazing botanicals, and now we're playing in sports. You heard Dr. Aguanobi say it in his keynote address. We grew 25% volume. That's insane. That's what you guys did in 2020. You grew the company 25% in sports. That means you're talking to a lot of athletes, and you're getting a lot, or just regular folks, and you're getting them on the products. So let's get into this amazing product line, because you guys are just killing it. Another set of hit records we're gonna talk about. So first, Formula One Enhanced Protein Powder. Who loves those products? Yeah, I can see you guys love it. Yes. Love these products. I have to admit, I was sleeping on the enhanced protein powder. I've mixed that into my Rebuild Strength. Anyone use the EPP with Rebuild? Anybody do that? Yeah. So I make my shake about 35 grams. You got to get at least 20 though. Remember what Dr. Dana Ryan taught you guys. to really get your protein synthesis going, you need at least 20 to 25, all right? That's why you need that enhanced protein powder. You're not making that muscle growth work, and you're not gonna have those beautiful before and after photos that we've been seeing, all right? But you can also combine liftoff. And why is liftoff so amazing? Number one, huge volume producer. It's a hit record. Easy to sell, you guys. Easy to use, easy to sample, easy to take. Now we have it in the powder format, right? The stick packs. Huge volume, amazing, and now you can talk to athletes because it's NSF certified, okay? If you don't know pro athletes, talk to collegiate athletes. If you don't know college, go to community college. If you don't know, talk to high school. It's okay. This is a great business that you can get into. So use the products yourself, talk to others. Okay, how about prepare in the branch chain amino acids? Amazing. Now I have to say, what makes Prepare, and we got about 5 minutes left, what makes Prepare unique, it is the only product with about 100 milligrams of caffeine. You guys, anyone ever take Prepare in the morning before you work out and you're like, woo, you get that pump, right? You feel that vascularity, you can do your squats. I know everyone in here does their squats because I see you guys on Instagram. Fire emoji. It's hot. That's hot. The key is, Prepare is lift off about 74 milligrams of caffeine. The tea is about 85 milligrams of caffeine. Prepare 100 milligrams of caffeine, okay? So that's good. We don't want you going over 200 per serving. So you get your Prepare. It's got those nitric oxide precursors. So you get that blood flow support. And then of course, put in the branch chain amino acids. So if you can combine those, it's a great product, especially for folks who are working out. Now, if you have a customer who just likes the taste, you can give them the products, you guys. They're not gonna gain fat weight using these products. I'm gonna say that again. Your customer can use any Herbalife 24 product they want. They're not gonna gain any fat weight. They will only maintain their muscle. They don't have to be a pro athlete. Is that clear? Okay, a lot of people think, well, I can only talk to athletes. No, you can talk to anyone in the family about 24. No one is going to gain fat weight. They might most likely continue in their weight loss journey and get all nice and trim. Okay, CR7 and Nightworks. Does anybody know who Cristiano Ronaldo is? Yeah. Now, you know, many of you have international connections, families, so you probably know about Cristiano. But a lot of Americans are like, what's the big deal? You know, we got Tom Brady, we got LeBron James, and, you know, we have different athletes here in the U.S. But you guys, I didn't understand the power of Cristiano Ronaldo. And we used to sponsor Leo Messi. Anyone who knows Leo Messi is? I didn't understand the power of our sponsorships with these folks and the power of having a product like this till this. I learned that the Super Bowl every year in America has 100 million viewers. Wow. You guys know what El Clásico is in Spain? When Barcelona plays Real Madrid, you know how many people watch that? 400 million people. Eyes on Cristiano, back when he was playing for them, right? He's bounced around. Think about the power of what we're doing. He was intimately involved in the production of this product. He wanted the taste a certain way. So he told Dr. John Heiss, I like this taste. We were talking to him, sending him samples of Spain, back and forth, back and forth. He was involved in the texture, and he was involved in putting the magnesium in the product. Because he would tell Dr. John Heiss, I get cramps when I'm sort of playing. You know, I get a little cramps. So make sure you guys have good magnesium in there. We put the best magnesium citrate. My point is the authenticity, the partnership with someone like a superstar, like Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably the biggest superstar athlete on the planet, speaks to the authenticity of Herbalife nutrition products, okay? Think about that and think about that story. It's incredible. Now, we also have a Nobel Prize winner, Lou Ignarro, who made Nightworks. Yeah. He's no joke. Dr. Lou is no joke, man. That guy's run like 30 marathons, uses a bunch of Nightworks. Hey, does anyone use Nightworks and you get, who uses Nightworks? Sorry, I have a question in my next 3 minutes and I'm gonna close. Who uses Nightworks and gets really vivid dreams? I'm not gonna call them crazy dreams. You get real vivid dreams where you're like, whoa, should I be taking that at night? So if you do, I asked Ignarro, he said, it's totally normal. Your blood vessels are opened up when you're sleeping, you're dreaming in stereo, as he calls it. You get more oxygenated blood, and you may have actually noticed instead of 8 hours, you only need 6.5. I like to try and get my 8. But it's totally normal. If you have a customer who says, woo, I'm dreaming in stereo, I'm on a dragon, I'm having a fight with my high school girlfriend, tell them it's okay. You can just take Nightworks in the morning if your dreams are that vivid, unless they like those dreams, okay? Totally normal, straight from Dr. Ignaro. Think about the blends that you can use in the products, okay? The blends are important. Okay, we just have a couple more here. Rebuild strength and restore. You guys, who likes rebuild strength? One of the most amazing products, our hit record, you guys, globally. Rebuild Strength currently doing over 120 million volume points in a variety of countries. Like I said, you can sell a shake with a blindfold on. You could sell Rebuild Strength with a blindfold on, okay? It is a fantastic product. Everyone loves it. Everyone uses it. Please, if you're not using it, get on it. And Restore, I know if you have international business, we don't have it in a lot of other countries, but we have it here. So try Restore. We can actually make an inflammation claim. It reduces exercise-induced inflammation, okay? Inflammation is kind of a medical term, but with exercise, we can talk about it. Okay, so a couple things I'm gonna close here. You guys know, we'll bring our host back up. If you have questions about the products, just understand, a lot of training information. I just want you to feel that there's a variety in your tool belt to use and get your customers on. Don't be shy. Think about your homework assignment. Try one new product and try getting your customers on one new product and get passionate about something. I'm passionate about my fish oil. I cannot stop talking about fish oil for 16 and a half years. So I get people on fish oil all the time. Okay, I was just doing it backstage. You gotta take fish oil. So think about how you can learn more stuff on HN Grow and the different resources that Herbalife provides, especially if you're new. Make sure you get the resources, okay? The app is great for training. Visit the support center. The beauty of Mark Hughes, he would always say, hey, I may not know that, but what I can tell you is my testimonial. You guys don't have to answer every scientific question, all right? We have the experts for that. If you've got someone who needs a doctor's attention, we have a team of doctors. Have their doctor call our doctor, okay? Write the support center. We will call them direct if they have some issues or questions. That's what we do. So I want you to realize you walk with a big stick, as the term is, right? You walk with a big stick with Herbalife. You don't need to use it, but think of all the things at your disposal, all the tools you have that are your resources. Okay, you guys, that's my time. I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you for being here. Thank you for your attention. I love you guys. Thank you all the press team for having me. Take great care. We'll see you guys.